Good morning again. So, here we are. It's a Monday. So, I slept pretty good last night and I sat down here and it reminded me why, on top of everything else, it's good to have habits. It's funny because the moment I picked up the cards, I'm sitting there thinking about everything else, and then I hear this. Shh. Ready? And I tell you, after doing this for a year, coming up on a year now, it just reminds me that now it's time to relax my shoulders, loosen my neck, take that breath, and listening to the cards like they are the sounds of the waves. So, now we get to see what the universe has for us today. Good morning, Eleanor. It's time for that daily inventory. Take a look at ourselves. Take a look at our moods. Take a look at what we can take out into the universe. What we can give instead of taking. So, what do we have today? But yeah, so it is good having those habits like that, those triggers. Those reminders to try and do something good for ourselves. So, what does the universe have for us today? Again, I hope everybody had like an amazing weekend. Good morning, saw you. Oh! Good morning, Phil. Or good evening. Yes, so depending upon where you are, good evening, good morning. Hope your day has already gone well, etc. So yeah, that video. It took a while. So if you look at the first videos I did, you can particularly see in my the Two of Wands, the growth of like first starting out with like the cheapest camera I could find, and then moving forward from there, and then finally it's like I'm enjoying this too much. It's worth at least going to like slickdeals.net is where I go and looking for the bargains and the open boxes and things like that. So, okay, so what does the universe have for us today? Hope Carla's doing better today. So here we have our stack. And we throw out those 3 threads going out to the universe. Each one of these a different conversation. Whichever thread we pull will be the thought we'll carry with us through the day today. So, it is Monday. So let's just start right with the bottom. Let's see what's underneath it all. Let's see what that undercurrent of everything is today. Oh, and good morning to the people on Twitch. So, this morning, the 4 of Pentacles. So, 4s are all about stability. Pentacles are all about that being grounded, that, it can be about health, it can be about home. But we have the 4s reversed here. So keep in mind that the one thing about stability is after a while, if a lake stays stable too long and there's no enter and no exit, it becomes stagnant. So when we hold on to things too long, when we become set in our ways, we can become like the 4 of coins, where when it's reversed, where things just are stagnant, and it's sometimes we just get set in our ways. It's like, well, what I know is better than what I don't, or this may not be the best, but at least it's what I know. So we can do that with the Four of Coins reversed. But when we become that settled in things, we start neglecting people. We stop moving forward. So now we have the Six of Cups here. And sixes are about that harmony, improvement. You just moved past the challenges of the five. And we're supposed to now be able to share this with people and think about where we came from. But when we get stagnant, when we just decide, it's like, you know what, I don't have the energy, I'm just staying here. We start neglecting and not going forward. But what this is saying is that we can recognize it. So we need to look at the areas where we are stagnant. Like, we may not be happy with our job, but at least it's a job. We may not be happy in the way a particular relationship is going, but the devil you know is always better than the one you don't know. We just get used to things. But just imagine if we could pull out of that. I mean, this is one of the... I really love what Pamela Coleman Smith did with this card, where we can reminisce and we can share and all this other stuff. So this is just saying that if we can find a balance, maybe we can open ourselves back up, Maybe we can open ourselves up and be able to share with people. Instead of, just closing ourselves off. And the advice card, which is the Five of Cups. So, what is one of the things that will keep us where we are and stagnant? When we feel depressed. When we feel a loss. When we feel... Well, I do want to say, when we're kind of depressed, when we're not feeling mentally motivated, sometimes we just want to sit there and just sit in that chair and turn on Netflix and that's it. We just sit there and we're not happy, we're not sad, we're kind of depressed. So this is asking us to take a look at where we're at, why we're not going out, why we may not feel like doing something. Because with the Temperance right here, it's showing that we can recognize this and that we can find a balance in ourselves. We acknowledge how we feel. We accept how we feel because acceptance is important. But it's saying here that, let's say that it is something that we feel like a loss towards, or we feel... we have that feeling of depression, like just not mentally motivated. This card always reminds us that, we focus on what we don't have instead of what we have. Helen Keller said, since she was blind and deaf and mute, that there's 10,000 things the average person can do. And yet she's only got 4,000 things. So she can either curse God for the 6,000 things she can't do, or be grateful to God for the 4,000 things she can do. And she's the one who also said, when God closes one door, another one opens. So that's just an inspirational thing that I always kind of think about when I'm looking at this card. So the main thing is that we have the one major, which is the Temperance. And that's what we need to focus on. So we need to focus on, where are we feeling depressed or stagnant? What are the consequences of that? What are we denying ourselves? The advice card is saying that we need to acknowledge it. And when we do this, we have the one major in here that says we will be able to motivate, we will be able to find that balance. And that's why we're looking at it like this. It's called the Monday Blues, exactly. This deck here is the... I see it up there. I'll pull the box out here in a second. So, that's our reading for today. Can I do you a birthday read? Yeah. Tell you what. When's your birthday? And then, thanks for the tip. Oh, and something like this, I always like to say, just as a reminder. When I see a reading like this doesn't mean that this is us. This could be somebody that we know. And we're the one that needs to offer the assistance to. So, it's not always about us. Sometimes it's knowing that one person who's here and we're the one that's going to hand them this cup, right? So here we are, and it's like, hey, look how, got something for you here, So don't forget that it's not always just about us on something like this. But if it is about us, we know what to do. When's your birthday? That's a good question. And then, let's see. Married life. It's called Monday Blues. Morning. Sorry I'm late. Maureen. Yeah, I was just wondering about Eleanor. Not always about us. That's good. So, Phil, yes, so there's other people on here and people are always asking about readings. But Phil, since this is not the first time that you've been on the page and all, and don't forget to visit MyTarot.org. If you do that search in Facebook, if you would like, you can join the conversation there. But Phil, send an email to info@MyTarot.org and with your question, and I can do a quick video for you. Okay? So maybe we'll get together and I'll just do it online here. But let's schedule a time out sometime today since it is your birthday. Okay? And since I do appreciate, again, that you actually comment and stuff like that. So, thank you again very, very much. Maureen, I'm glad you made it. Hello, Whistle Jacket. Eleanor, everybody else, and the people on Twitch. Take care. Oh, your birthday was yesterday. Sounds like my... So, yep, we'll go ahead and schedule something here for today, Phil. So, and happy birthday to you. And everybody else, just have that amazing day, okay? And take care, and what a good start to the week, I feel. I just feel like, again, with Temperance. So, thank you for helping to pick my day up. So, have that amazing day, amazing week, and I will see you tomorrow.